So people that they thought this is Greece and they can come late, they will be very surprised. And actually that's how we run all our events and conferences. We start on time, and usually we finish a little bit earlier. Again, we live it or not. So that's why we have survived in this difficult city. Okay. My name is Gregory Papadikos. I'm the president of this institute that organizes such beautiful, small, niche conferences. We do that on purpose. And I'll say a few words before I give the floor to our Vice President of Research, Professor Poulos, that he will be around for the entire day tomorrow, actually, for the conference. He is the academic member responsible for this conference. So if you have any complaints about the academic part of the conference, you complain with him. If you have any complaints about the administration of the conference, you complain to the guys outside. And if you have any complaints about our research assistants thing, you complain to Vasily. So I introduced all of them. So make sure you don't mix up complaints that most probably you will not get a good answer. Now, I'll say a few words primarily about the nature of this conference, what we're trying to do. The Athens Institute, as Professor Poulos will explain in a little while, was founded just to make Athens a place where people from all over the world can come and present their work. And this is our mission, make Athens a place people from all over the world can come and meet. In order to achieve that, we organize small events, small conferences. Usually for us, the optimal number is around 50. So it's manageable. People stay around, believe it or not, and we don't organize our favorite conferences. All conferences take place every year now. So if you don't understand that, I think you will miss the point of this conference. So it's very important to stay around. And we have make up the program in such a way so that we force you to stay inside and meet other people. I don't know, but usually we have, like, in this conference, we have 50 papers from 20 different countries, because that's, for us, that's the important thing. There are thousands of conferences around the world, usually rotate, huge conferences. And pretty well you go there, and usually you find the same people. Here you have different people coming every year. So that's one thing, that's our mission. So if you want to judge our success, tomorrow during the dinner that I will be there, you tell me whether you meet here more people than in any other place in the world, especially that they come from different countries. Now the second thing I want to say is that we take our administration very seriously. So I love to have to start on time every session. We make changes throughout the program. So you have to be around. Usually we announce there if there are changes. But the most important key thing is the chairing of the sessions, and I like to emphasize this. The chairs, they have a responsibility for us. It's written here. And please, if you have been assigned to chair a session, to help us, in other words, pick up this piece of information that gives you some instructions so we can homogenize the way that we organize sessions. In a nutshell, what we are doing actually is, for reasons that I can explain, but not now, is we have 15 minutes presentation in each session, and then at the end, we have the discussions, and if there are no discussions, we have a room next to this lecture room, I should say, with coffee, and then you can sit around in a nice table and continue or start discussion over there. We do that because primarily most of the people that participate to our conferences, English is not their first language. And as you can tell from my accent, English is not my first language as well. And but I set the standards in terms of accent. So don't worry. If you don't speak very well English, still you can communicate, use sign language. And I know this because we have had the privilege to entertained a lot of participants that they were very good scientists, but they had a problem in English language. So this is very important for us. That's why we have a discussion up there. So if they're not forced to ask questions, people that they are trembling because they may not understand your question rather than the English of your question, and people that they don't speak English very well, they know, pretty much what I'm saying. Now that's the second thing. So the chairs is very important for us. So make sure that you get the instructions, and usually we follow, if I may say, the North American style of chairing. The chairs do not comment on the papers presented. So they are timekeepers. This is very important, because who's going to chair the chair? Now, and of course the chair has the opportunity on sessions to ask questions or go outside, but please, if you are chairing a session, do not comment on the papers presented, and of course do not ask questions. Even if there are no questions at the end, if there are no questions, leave the people to go there. You will see right away that they're going to start discussion. If you please follow this rule, this policy, if you are chairing a session, and don't try to change it. Because we have something. If you feel that you don't like this way of chairing a session, please let us know, Vasilis or Kula, and we will replace it. Okay, so don't worry about that. But this is very important to follow our points. Third thing I want to say is this piece of information about the social club. We do know that people come here because of fun, because of grace. We take advantage of that for organizing small events. And we do know that those people that they come for the first time, they like to do some things. And over the years, we have tried to organize some things in-house, and some things, unfortunately, we cannot do it, and we have to outsource it. And I'll tell you what to expect from the social club. Tonight, we have the official dinner, the Great Night. This is our event. We organize it. It's our room. It's our dancing group. It's our musicians. So you will not find there people smoking, in other words. So because nobody is allowed to come inside that room. So it's fully served by us. So this is an important event if you really want to continue discussion and get other things. Tomorrow, we have the urban walk, what we call. It's a walk. It's a 3 hours walk. You go all over Athens, and we have Professor Katzis, we are very privileged, that he gives a unique tour guide of Athens. It's not an archaeological tour per se, it's more than that. And nobody else is allowed to participate unless it's a participant to our conference. This is again very important. It's our baby. And usually you don't find in the tourist guides. Of course you go to Parthenon and all this archaeological sites, but that's not the important thing. But it's a walk, so be prepared. The Delphi is outsourcing, unless we have a sufficient number of people that they have booked it, it's outsourced. That means we collaborate with an agent, and of course if we have enough people, we have our own bus. If not, then we might find other tourists there. And of course, the cruise, because the ship is big, again, it's outsourcing because the ship is big, so you don't have 600 people going there. But again, we have made an arrangement so we can have, if it's needed, a special trip. Now, let me say things about, and then I'll stop. Let me say a few words about the publications. Professor Poulos will explain it, but what is important to know is that, especially program and publication, people that do not show up, they disappear from the program. So there is no way that to have a Mickey Mouse program. So the program that will be uploaded after the conference will be exactly the program that took place during the festival days. So this is very important. And of course papers, because we're not a publication house, papers not presented, they are not going to be considered for publication. Coming to publication, Professor Poulos, as I said, will explain, but let me say, we are doing a good job, not excellent, not perfect, in organizing this small event. We don't do a good job in publishing. And the reason is that we need your help, but unfortunately, academics are like stray cats, like it's very difficult to help them. So it's very difficult to manage, and usually when they start helping us, always they find 1,000 reasons to delay. But in any case, if you really think that you can help us, please, of course you can become a member. Please declare your willingness to help, and we'll appreciate. What we're trying to do, not very successfully yet, is to bring a senior guy, usually from an advanced country, from a relatively good university, and the junior guy from another country. So they can get together and co-edit the book. This is the way that we have tried to work things out. I don't think I have anything else to say. Professor Poulos, you have the floor, and we're going to share the first. I'll be around, but in and out.
Morning, ladies and gentlemen. I think what Nicholas has covered most of the important points. Just a few additional matters. Those of you who need to make use of technical facilities for your presentation, please ensure that you have everything in order before your session begins, and there will always be a facility to help you with that. I'm just going to remind the chairpersons once again to adhere strictly to the time constraints, 15 minutes, and there will be reminder cards for the chairpersons to just remind the presenters. You have a green form as well in your file. This has to do with a very ambitious project that the Institute has embarked on. It's an academic village project. You can have a look at that and you can let us know if you'd be interested in something like this. The Greek Night Tonight social program. Greek Night Tonight is a must, I would say. Apart from Greek cuisine, there'll be lots of Greek dancing, and you'll also be taught a number of the steps as well. On the issue of publications, Dr. Dominikus did refer to that. The papers from the conference will be published as a collection of essays. You'll each receive an email after the conference asking you for a final draft of your full publication consideration, as well as any other information that may be relevant. And you'll be given about a month to complete and submit your final draft. As discussion papers that are submitted will go through a referee process. But I'd like to mention that papers that have been presented will first appear in Atena's conference paper series, which can be consulted on our website. The papers in the series carry their own ISSN number, and note that these papers have not been refereed. Now, the purpose of the series is firstly to disseminate information as quickly as possible, and secondly to allow for feedback to the authors for revision purposes before the papers are considered for peer review purposes in one of our Atena's books. On the issue of collaboration, Athena would very much like to collaborate with other institutions as well as individual scholars on various research and education projects, and so please let us know if you are interested in this type of collaboration. We also welcome volunteers amongst you for the preparation of conference publications, so if you'd like to act as a referee or as an editor, please let us know. And part of our vision is also to organize visiting fellowships, and we are in the process of discussing this. If you're not yet an academic member, you might like to join, and please contact one of the admin staff members. The Institute was first introduced in 1995, and has organized more than 200 international conferences and symposiums. Since then, it has published approximately 150 books, and has also been involved in organizing other events such as roundtable discussions on a variety of topical issues. As you'll see from the program, many of you have come from so many different countries, and we at Athena sincerely hope that you will enjoy this conference, that you'll take this opportunity to interact with each other, and that you'll want to come back to future conferences. Okay, well, I'll allow for about a 5-minute break so that those of you who are in the first session can just contact the city if you've got technical issues that you'd like to discuss with him, and we can start in about 5 minutes. Thank you. Thanks very much.